And we're ready, yeah. So, we've made it to Bridge End. Not quite keeping up with the front runners. There's literally, I think we've had Billy Green through first, followed by Jono Richardson. The number 3 rider, Doyle, I think it was still on track for a great time. We've just seen Jack Price come up and go through, and Guy Kendrew. So, and I think in the section at the minute is James Fry. So hopefully we haven't missed Doug, we haven't missed Dibbs. There's still some good riders to come. But probably this will be one of the last groups that we get to before we go back to the start. So let's try and make the most of it.
If number 3 hasn't got much slower, would he?
He's good. Does that look easy through there, Sam? Yeah, I think we could get up there. Yeah.
Where's the start?
I think get the old quacker up there. The start is just by the Jim Lampkin in the orange, so we'll try and get a little bit closer, shall we?
Does the Scot always have a good turnout of
Oh yeah, it's great. There's people come, they've been doing this for years. Yeah, it's probably one of the best supported events that we have on the calendar. All right, Jim, how are you?
I've got a man getting on.
He's still alive, I think.
Is he still going?
Yeah. Where's Sam? Come down, let's get Jim. Jim, come on in. Jim, come here. Obviously, who's keeping an eye on Doug. This is Jim Lampkin, by the way, Doug's cousin. So, are we keeping an eye on Doug?
Yeah, just checking time. They're about 5 minutes down at the minute, which is about the same as where he was before.
Yeah, but he looks solid in the sections.
Yeah, he just had a prod back there on tank trap.
A prod, that's a dab. That's
dab.
one mark. That is to.
Yeah, he's had a slack one in tank trap, which to be fair, he needed it.
Tank traps, it'll be greasy in there. Yeah, horrible.
There were 3 different lines, and it was just a bit of a lottery which one you'd looked at, I would say.
Yeah.
You could tell who'd ridden it, and who hadn't ridden it in the last 6 months.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell shouldn't say it, the locals, because they know exactly where they're going, don't they?
3 days.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The lads who are riding that, you're all right, aren't you?
But obviously, what we're on now, section 55, so we're getting there, aren't we? Probably another 20 to go.
Yes. Yeah, he's usually 76, 85.
Yeah. So. No, good. But yeah, if he's only had a slack prod, then he'll be quite happy, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think if he can stick within.
Because obviously,
Jono's
181 pushing hard. Billy Green's a little bit early on 157. And Pricey.
Pricey's just gone through.
Pricey. Yeah.
You don't know when they're having it sections.
No. You know, Doug's a wily old.
Yeah.
He'll have a game plan, won't he? Yeah.
Go from here flat.
And why ain't you riding?
20's enough.
That's not his 20-year-old. He's done 20 Scots.
20 Scots.
And how many Scott spoons?
16ish, I think.
Right,
2 gold.
So he's doing all right.
Yeah. Finished on a spoon.
So we'll let him give Doug advice. That's what I'd say.
Finished on a spoon. That's where you finish. I wasn't going to be struggling.
Exactly.
Has anyone ever done a no dab, Scott?
No. The Scott is quite.
Jarvis had 14 or 12 one year.
Yeah, one was a really low. It's not the Scottish. They kind of can go round on clean on the 6 days, but the 75 sections when you don't walk them, no one's gone round clean.
Jarvis could be one at least.
Yeah.
And then days where he went on his own and just won it every year.
Yeah. Was that Tom Minter, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Again.
There's a young Irish lad here who's going.
Yeah, number 3. Yeah,
he's 5 minutes.
And now he's been moved, covering the ground really good, hasn't he? But that was a nice ride from Tom.
Whatever's strapped to his bike's not going to last the day.
No.
It looks like he's losing bits as he's going along.
Great turnout, anyway, Jim.
A lot of you.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
There were a lot of start field in both fields.
Yeah. No, it's a great event, isn't it?
Weather helps tonight.
No, obviously we're filming this with Jitsie, and it's just trying to capture the atmosphere. And I mean, this is your typical, it brings everybody out. Yeah, it brings everybody out. They probably don't go to a trial for 12 months, but they'll always come to the Scot.
My dad's.
I see Sid. Yeah.
Well, I haven't got past a bridge here yet because he's just been chatting.
Has your dad ever won this?
Yeah, 66.
66, right? So, yeah. No, mega.
Standard time. Good. Well, useless general information. Apparently, him and Mark got bolts in 72 the day before the event off the board off Sunday. Dad set standard time, and Mark shocked him. the start it fell off and they barely twined him back as one of them tails.
Really? Yeah, yeah.
Apparently the shocks kept dropping off.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard that before. I
No.
fainted of them.
Yeah, I bet that story's told a few times around the Christmas table.
I've not heard it when we got the bolts the day before.
No,
Scott.
no. No, Doug should be here pretty soon, anyway, so we won't.
Last 5 minutes.
Yeah, we
33 they came through, and it's 41 now.
yeah.
We're 5 minutes down at tank start.
Don't let me get in your way, anyway, Jim.
Still not here. Under 87. Don't know a lot of these young lads.
Now there's a lot of good riders. 87. Who we got here? Joe Dawson. Oh, Scottish lad. Yeah. Neil Dawson's son. Yeah. So.
Had to give young Josh Aslan a few tips on queuing up section 6 this morning down at Dell. Queuing.
Yeah. It's really well. I mean,
who can ride that well.
Again, once again the
down.
Jitsie. This is quite unique. Obviously we've been doing live, trial GP stuff. This is a different kettle of fish. Whereas at Surrender, and there must have been 8 riders in the same section.
At the end, I went up and started pulling them out because they were just not letting them do it.
No, exactly. No, there's an etiquette, and the top riders, we were saying earlier, have an hour where it's like rustle and bustle. Then they get out on their own, don't they? Yeah.
And really, you've always earned your stripes.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody will pull over, and I saw Emma Bristow do it at section 6 this morning. She pulled over and let some other lads through. She knew were quicker than her.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Back in her place again.
Yeah, you use your head. It's course management, the Scott, isn't it? So.
Well, there was in L-Halls, I was telling the kids they were getting to the section, but the lads 100 yards down, I bet we saw 6 jackknives into a pond.
Right.
So they were actually underwater.
Right.
And they'd not even got to the section. So they're not paying attention to.
No. The in between and this again, trying to cover that we've been doing filming. Even the gully, the route up to Surrender, that was a section on its own right, So
yeah. Sections.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Yeah. I'm sure we will have some riders soon, so
They've pulled a bigger gap there. But punctured, you've done punctured. What have you done? Black Hills, Warbridge, punctured, little punctured.
You say puncture as in?
Punctured.
Punctured.
Yeah, as in up at the there's punctured and lower punctured, isn't there? 2 groups.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant Doug had a puncher. I was getting inside. No. Yeah.
They're doing this part, of course, is proper gullies, so you're going flat out and riding up 300 yard slog.
Yeah.
To then recover again before you've got to go.
Do the next one.
Remembering what you've got to go in to go up the next one.
Oh no, fatigue sets in this time of day, doesn't it? And it's the strong ones that pull through now, isn't it?
You can see who's been practicing.
Yeah. Sue's been putting in the groundwork.
Plodding around the club,
when you look at the favourites of Doug, Dibbs, Pricey, they're all retired.
I've only one. Hey,
I got a set of the keyboards.
take a bike down there.
All right, all right.
So we have a bit more action, hopefully. Jack Peace, Ben Hemingway and Doug Lamping. So at least we've got a bit of action. Obviously, just chatting with Jim. So he's going to point Doug and his cousin Ben in the right direction. This section, nice big steps, quite straightforward for the top guys, but it's quite daunting for the lesser lad. Doug still looking pretty solid on a bike. Obviously we heard Jim say he'd had a real slack one, but the odd one here and there is no loss. And now Ben Hemingway on that 4-banger. Oh, just a little prod, a little bit offline. Still looking fresh as a daisy. And then we've got John Sumter, the local lad. Again, always one going for standard time, but I do think he's going to be struggling. I'd say at the minute, Jono Richardson, who was 181, who we slightly missed, is going to be the quickest on the ground so far. Here's our man, Benoit. Okay, Benoit, straight up, round, by the blue, middle of the step. Follow the dark line. Nicely done, so controlled in the section, that was great. Bit of a ricochet, he's still going, just shows you how slippy it is when you get a little bit offline or a little bit of front apple. Ross Danby, Sam Haslam. All chasing these gold spoons, as we say. Top 6 is gold, and then from 6 to 26 is silver spoons. Great ride there from Sam. And back to Richard Sadler. I'm just going to have a quick look at the programme, see what time they're due back at the finish, because we don't want to miss that. Bit of water, a few gels. His outrider saying nice and smooth. Again, we haven't seen Richard do a lot wrong all day. Definitely on for a top 3. And here's Armani in Oshimil again. Previous winner, like we said before. Almost semi-retired from trials. Right up at the front of it. Slightly different line there to the others, and he knows that, so great recovery. Again, it's not, you don't panic, you just slow down, get the job done. Great ride. Keep looking at this, number 27. He's had a great day. Tyler Randall. He's been covering the ground well. He's been really going good in the sections as well. So I think we'll give it another 5 minutes, see who else comes along, and hopefully head out back to the start field to catch that first rider back. We're together.
Dad! TV!
Who we got now? 1, 2, 3, and then Michael Brown. A couple of Michael, and I know where he's going. Been done this many years. Great to see him back on a bike. Easy peasy. A few bikes sound a little bit worse for wear, a little bit rich, a little bit of exhaust packing blown out. Not as crisp as they were at the beginning. Once again, Jella babies being fed water. You can tell we're at the business end of the competition here. You know, all these riders so good. We've hardly seen any marks lost. And here's Dibs. Not 150. That's one of the Bullock riders. Dibs will just be using his head. He'll spot the lines. He knows he's following decent riders. Observation is key, like we said a long time ago. Still looking pretty focused. No problem. Dan Thorpe is slightly offline but recovering. Dew and Knight, 115 about to come in, blowing a little bit. Yeah. I won't. Hopefully you didn't hear the language that he just came out with. I think he's blaming someone for making him enter in this. But again, he'll be on for a spoon. Such a wily old character. No issues. Shall we... That was a bit of sign language, that, Sam. Shall we just go and catch a bit of the atmosphere coming up through the tunnel, and then we can head out to the start field. We're going. Sorry. We best move on, Sam. So probably that is going to be, it's a shame, one of the last sections we're going to see, because now we don't have enough time to get off the bike, go to see underbanks or anywhere. To get to the last section, we're going to miss the start field for them rolling up. So we can just see Emma come in and Andy Chilton, 2 more top riders. You know, things are getting a little bit spread out now, but hopefully now we can make our way back and at least catch that guy who's going to be probably setting standard time as he comes flat out up back to the finish.